Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. What's happening? How's everybody doing? Now my voice isn't really like this. I'm just like, what's up, man? What the frick? Yeto, what's going on, brother? Forgot how much you hated Dark Origin. You made Eddie Brock look like such a terrible character. Yeah, I know what you mean. Damn adverts. Hey, Sorrow. You know that's how I make money on this channel, right? That's literally the only way. There's no chance for you to get for you to send me a PayPal, because I do not actually have a PayPal. There's no chance for you to send me freaking anything else, man. The only way is for you to watch a lousy advertisement for a couple seconds. But oh no, that's just too much for you, right? That's too much. Bill, you will do all this work and send me free information and entertain me, dance, monkey boy, dance, and I will not pay you for it. Not even with like 10 to 15 seconds worth of my time, right? Oh yeah, you're new, all right. I'm going to remember you, Sarah. So anyway, guys, does anybody remember when I was talking about this War is Hell comic book? I was so bothered by this. So freaking bothered by this. Because I found out later this Philip Kennedy Johnson guy, I don't know if you could see that or not, the guy who did this second story, the War Devil thing. If you guys saw my review for this, I said I was going to talk to the wife. We have been not non-stop, but almost non-stop talking about that for 2 days now. Like since she got home, after I did the review, after it went live, she came home like an hour or two later. What's going on, everybody? Paula, Martin, Sarah, Yeto, and Dodora73. What's going on, everybody? And everybody who's not piping up. But, you know, like, I did the review, and the second part of it was that War Devil thing. And here's this, you know, I hate to say it, but here's this white guy who shows up. What's up, Sean? Here's this white guy who shows up. So far, no problem. I've got no problem with white people. I'm kind of white myself. And but he starts doing this Somali story, right? The story about this Genie Dagal thing. And I'm like, listen, I'm not actually Somali myself, but like, you know, my wife is. And, you know, she knows all these stories and whatnot. She's got her mom, her grandmother's still alive and talks to her. And, you know, she gets it. And like, you know, asking all this is like, listen, never heard of Genie Dagal as being an actual person. It's just a saying, right? What do you call it? Appreciate it, Sarah. So, what do you call it? Here it is. There's this white person whose big thing is playing musical instruments and blah, blah, blah. And he's made a whole bunch of books before, too. But he makes this new story, this new Somali, therefore African story of this Genie Dagal. Now, Genie Dagal in in Somali actually exists. But all it is a saying. And you don't have to just say it like Dagal means war over in Somali. You could say like genie anything, you know what I'm saying, like with food. You know, if someone's constantly hungry, if somebody's always trying to eat something, you know what I'm saying, you say, oh, he's possessed by, you know, not possessed, like that's the wrong word to use. He's obsessing over food, or he obsesses over war, or like I would be a genie comica, you know what I'm saying, genie comics ka. Because I really like comic books. You know what I'm saying? I'm always talking about obsessing over comic books. So, like, that's what I'd be. But it doesn't mean I'm possessed by a djinn that wants to make me read. No, it just means that I'm obsessed over comic books. It's something that I can choose or not to choose to control. So what this guy just did was, as a non-Somali, he literally just kind of, like, unfortunately, this is kind of where you get into the idea of cultural appropriation. This guy literally just took a saying, you know, like a teasing aspect, and turn it into an actual mythology. So now this just went mainstream. I mean, I'm sorry, does it get bigger than Marvel Comics? Like, what are you going to say? Well, technically DC Comics is bigger. Let's be realistic. We're talking about the big two, where they, you know, superflux over each other. Like, that's what this guy did. I know a lot of people, you know, and I myself, people take the idea of cultural appropriation too far, but now all of a sudden, like, here's this comic book. He just made a new mythology for the land of Somalia, the country of Somalia. And the messed up thing is, it's like, Somalia has this air about it where people think it's all violence and the people are crazy and out of control and things like that. So this would be like, what exactly are people going to say then about something like this? That's the thing that kind of bothers me about that. I'm not cool with that. It's a little bit like, like why would somebody do so? And I'm sure he didn't realize it, but that's some messed up stuff. That's some messed up stuff. So yeah, that bothers me even more about that story now. Anyway, what do we got here? Dr. Apostasy has showed up. A couple other people still in the chat, not saying nothing. And I love how you talk to us like this and not get stuck on what to say. Oh, I've got a whole lot of crap in my head. I could just blah, blah, blah. And, no, but I do still once in a while, and I hate when I do that, but it is what it is. Oh, hey, I got this. Here's something interesting. Somebody actually sent this to my comic book store, which was actually really cool because I've never had that before. Whenever somebody wants to, it's up Nigel Red. I like it when people send me their comic books so that, I could review them for them. I just did Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer issue number 1 and 2, which was good, but as some people pointed out, it was kind of weird doing it like the day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So I understand. I get it. But somebody actually sent me a physical copy. Usually I get them emailed in PDF format or something else. But I got a physical copy. Actually sent me 2 copies. This is a signed one. Gave the other one to my buddy at the comic book store. So New America it's called. And I'm going to actually do a review for it. But that was actually really cool. And he actually sent it to my comic book store, Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles, which is really freaking cool. I actually dug that. I didn't expect it. It was unsolicited, but he actually sent me the physical copies. That was very cool. So yeah, anybody who wants to send me their comic books to review, that's how you do it. Anyway, so what do we got here? Cyclops is. Cyclops Resurrection is the most complicated one yet in the past couple of years. Love to send you some comics to review if you would like that. Yeah, by all means. I thought it was pretty thorough, though. Oh. It's a lot more likable than Wolverine's. Yes. Like, Wolverine's doesn't make... To this day, it still doesn't make any sense, right? Several issues. Several different series so far of Wolverine. How did Wolverine come back? Can anybody tell me? No, because they haven't actually revealed it yet. So it's still a little bit like, boom, boom, crazy, right? Cyclops, they bring him back. They give a little flash tease in the back of Extermination issue number 5. And then all of a sudden, one issue, an annual, a one-shot. He's back. We understand how he's back. We feel like it's that Cyclops. That Cyclops from back in the day. Fresh start, baby. And it's good. It worked good. So how come they couldn't do that with Wolverine, right? How come they couldn't do that with Wolverine? That just makes no sense. Oh, issue number 6 of Dead Man Logan, 6 of 12, is going to feature Old Man Logan with Wolverine proper. Some people are saying versus, but I didn't see anything that said versus. I don't see why they would want to fight each other. That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Plus, it's Ed Brisson writing it. I mean, Ed Brisson's also the same guy who wrote the X-Men Annual that had featured the return of Cyclops. So, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited that Cyclops is back now. The next issue of Uncanny X-Men is going to be, I think, just by Matthew Rosenberg. And I think, I don't know what 11 is going to do, but issue number 12 is going to have, apparently, just Cyclops and Wolverine going and rescuing the X-Men from the Age of X universe. So that actually sounds pretty cool. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, you guys are right. I still don't know. They had dragged off at least Cyclops in one issue. They dragged out Logan because Marvel wants to milk Wolverine. Exactly. You're 100% right, Sean. Wolverine would come back through Thanos. That's his conscious. Ooh, wouldn't that be interesting if Wolverine was actually the conscious of Thanos in there? How sick would that be? Ready for his war games. People are more likely to buy lots of comics with Wolverine than Cyclops. You're not wrong, DJ Nightmare. By the way, what's up, brother? Cyclops Return was basic AF. What? You could say that, but it felt like Cyclops, man. I don't even know what to tell you. The only thing that got me more excited was, guess what my 5-year-old came home with? Scholastic. I was excited. And there's actually 2 of them stapled together. I know it sounds silly, but every single person here, I believe, can associate with how awesome the Scholastics are. That was the best part of my month in school. Like, you know, when I was a kid, and I was disappointed when I came out, and all of a sudden there's no more freaking Scholastics. So disappointing, man. I loved it. Hey, what's going on, Cyclops X-Men? Yeah, you just missed the big Cyclops comment. Hey, what's up, Sebastian? Yeah, Sebastian in Venezuela probably doesn't know what the Scholastics are. That's a shame. Eddie Kidd, man, I love Scholastic books. Right? Right? That got Eddie Kidd to talk. Welcome to the channel, brother. Probably been with us for years, but he never spoke. Scholastic got you talking. Sayin, what's up, dude? Just got back from the Broly movie. Oh, and currently watch. Yes, NXT TakeOver. Dude, how awesome is it that Nigel McGuinness is actually with the team right now? That is him and Mauro Ronaldo doing the announcing right now. Like, that is, that feels great. You know, I don't know if anybody saw the Nigel McGuinness thing. If you got the WWE network, but Nigel McGuinness, man, that is a hell of a story. If you want to like isolate yourself in a room and just watch a good wrestling documentary and have yourself a damn good cry, that's wow, man. And you gotta like lock the door. You don't want your girl coming in and talking about, hey babe, what's going on? Are you crying? Is that wrestling? What the hell's going on? And you'd be like, nah, man, nah, baby, you don't get it. Like, it's sad as hell, man. Wow, that guy, like, he did not quit. He kept on fighting. I love that. Oh, okay, so here's a question. I want answers. Give me one answer in the comments. Do we want Cyclops to be with Jean? Do we want Cyclops to be with Emma? Do we want Cyclops to go stag for a little while? You know what I'm saying? Like who do we want? Do we? Because like I personally am thinking maybe with Emma, but like trying to turn her good, and then there'd always be that idea that Cyclops could go back to the way it was. I don't really want him personally. I don't really want him to get back with Jean. I know that's like the big thing, but like Jean said no. Jean said no. You know what I'm saying? So, and I like the idea that that Jean kind of said no, and she's like, no, I gotta be me. You do you. I gotta do me. You know, like she let him die again. She let him turn to dust, and that was established. That's fully canon right now. You know, because of that annual. Besides the Phoenix Resurrection thing, but let's see it. So never Emma, anybody but Emma. Cyclops with Logan. We already had that in the form of X-23, which was just yeah. See, I'm with Paula. Go Stag. Emma's always number one. Always either that or Cyclops and Wolverine. Ooh, dating Colleen Wing again. See, DJ Nightmare is going back old school, and if freaking what's his name, Dick Fillmore were still around, you know what I'm saying? Then he would probably say the same thing. Go with Colleen Wing. That's actually a good one. I'm going to bed. Night. See you later, Sarah. Cyclops. Laughing. I like battle-scarred Cyclops and Emma, right? That did actually feel cool. Cyclops and Iceman looks like a possibility. Reggie Simmons, Brian Michael Bendis is over in Superman, so I don't see that happening anymore, man. Vinny Cyclops and Polaris. Nice one, Yeto. NXT sponsor is Kingdom Hearts 3. Angry Video Game Nerd just did a thing, because I never actually played Kingdom Hearts, any of them, but he went and had a talk with them, and he was talking about all the, so like I was able to piece stuff together, and that was actually really cool. Go check that out. Angry Video Game Nerd is like, he's one of my favorites. Like, I wanted to do a channel much like what he does, because I am silly and goofy, but yeah, I don't think I could do it like him. Like, he's out there, man. I love that stuff. Cyclops and Black Dwarf, what the frig? Comics fan, Guardians of the Galaxy #1 is awesome, and Cosmic Ghost Rider is the greatest of all time. Unlikeliest of places for those. Hey, Professor Chat, what's going on, Victor? How you doing, buddy? Comics fan, what's up? What do we got here? KH is pretty cringy with its heart cramp. Seriously, Scott should get back together with Frenzy. Chain of Memories. What do we got here? What do we got there? Trigger warning, CG, comic. Oh, I don't. Yeah, no, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, dude. How about the Immortal Hulk series? So what, you're saying Cyclops with Immortal Hulk? That would be weird. That'd be like the Eddie Murphy joke. Like, what if Mr. T were gay? Hey boy, look at my good in them jeans. If you've never seen Eddie Murphy's Delirious, was it Delirious or was it Raw? I think it might have been Raw. Either way, no, it had to have been Delirious because he talked about it again in Raw. If nobody's seen those two Eddie Murphy shows, you gotta see those, man. Oh my god. Like that, and then go back and watch some of those old Richard Pryors. Start with Live on the Sunset Strip, and then watch everything else that he's done. If you are not laughing hysterically, you're wrong. You're just so wrong. That would actually be cool if Star Fox had his mind, because how did Star Fox know to go and get the thing? Plus, he did get the thing, so there's that. Cyclops and Mr. Sinister. Yeah, Miss Sinister. Yes. Cyclops and Miss Sinister would actually be pretty interesting. Okay, you know what? Who said that? Who said? Because that just disappeared. Cryptid, man. Nice one. Did anybody else say that first? Because it looks like you're quoting somebody. You know what? Don't even care. That is a really good one. Dude, how you think about the possibilities of that? How much Mr. Sinister has obsessed over Cyclops and Jean, and now the idea that Mrs. Sinister might actually be dating Cyclops. Okay, you know what? I like that better than the stag thing. Like, that is freaking awesome. I love that idea. That's just crazy enough to work. Let's see. What do we got here? Vinny, what's going on, Vinny? Raw was awesome. Are you talking about Monday Night Raw last week? I haven't even been watching Raw lately, dude. That and SmackDown. I've just been watching the clips that YouTube puts up. That they put up on YouTube. Zach Thompson wants to do a Summers Family book. Okay. We got some ice cream. I got some ice cream. Nice one, Vinny. You could drop your ice cream in dog poo and just pick it up and be like, it's just like sprinkles, man. Sue-Ann, what's going on, Sue-Ann? Cyclops didn't have a toxic relationship for once. That kind of makes him, though. Yesterday I uploaded a video resume about old Disney. Oh, I didn't know you put up videos. Cool, man. Rich Silva, holy crap. He's always around, he says. Okay, well, this is your other channel, so I don't know if there's a congratulations there or not, but yeah, man. What's going on, dude? Let's see, I'm down for some Bishop and Jean. Oh, wow. Delirious is a classic. Raw is my favorite. Really, I like Delirious better. That was one with Aunt Bundy and the Goonie Goo Goo. That was the best. Because you got to understand, I heard that stuff on album. Yes, album. I'm talking about actual vinyl. I heard that stuff on album before I saw the actual stand-up show. Because I'm a kid from the 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was born in 75 for crying out loud. But Red Black Cane, what's going on? Sean Croswell, what's going on, dude? What do you call it? Do I own a comic book store? No. No, I do not. But I heard this stuff on album. So when you think about it, that one part where it's like, your mama got a one leg with a kickstand. Your mama got a notch in her back. She, the bee eat like this. And you just hear the audience laugh. But on the album, you can't see what he's doing. So it wasn't until literally years later that I see what he's actually doing when I watched the special that he did live. That was freaking awesome. So, dude, yeah, Delirious is, poof. Hopefully Bishop and Jean can make pass in the... Logan belongs with Heather Hudson, in my opinion. You know what? Here's a big problem, Rich. And Rich Silva is, in fact, Dick Fillmore. That's like, he's just... what do you call it? Fred Dukes, the Blob. Here's something that's interesting. I don't know about all that. Something that's interesting about... What the heck was I just... Shoot, I don't remember what I was just saying now. Darn it. Oh, Heather Hudson. What's his name is back. Her husband. He's actually back alive now, somehow. I didn't see when he came back. Yeah, because old Alpha Flight to me is... He died in issue number 12 of Alpha Flight. I own the book. And it was like a really sad, amazing thing. It's like, holy crap, anything can happen in Alpha Flight. John Byrne was a beast in that. So yeah, now that he's back, it's like, wait a second, why exactly is he back? But he's back, so she can't go and get with Wolverine now. Coming in America. Oh yeah, Coming to America Part 2. No, it's not even in talk. He's signed up for it. Eddie Murphy has actually signed up for it. I'm sure that Arsenio Hall will get up for that too. That's like one of my wife's favorite movies. When she first came to Canada from overseas, what do you call it? That was the first movie that she saw, and she loved it. She didn't understand anything that was in the movie. She didn't understand a word of it because she didn't start learning English yet. But her English teachers told her, and her dad, have the kids watch TV. They'll learn English faster. So that was like the first one that she actually understood, and she loves it. We just watched it again a couple months ago, and she was dying. Like me too, but so great. Dodora. What? Who's Dodora? Oh, duh, over there. There we go. Oh, yes, it is actually. I was just talking about it. Oh, goodness, Cyclops dating Miss Sinister adds new layers of crazy ex-girlfriend. Because that is not going to work out. But what if it did? And she would always, like, you think about it. Like, guys love it when women look deep into their eyes. And women like it, too. And, like, think about it. She would be obsessed with his eyes. Paula, I know I have Scott and Kitty start dating. Oh, turn the X-Men into a real soap opera. Big time. Have Frenzy and Bishop met? I don't know that. I do not know the answer to that. I think most of us are just upset of the issue number 10 of Uncanny X-Men, where it's like Evan Sabah Noor was right there, and N Sabah Noor was just there, and they were right in the same 10-foot vicinity, and they didn't bother talking to each other, looking at each other, nothing. Like, why would they do that? Bow. Murphy hasn't been doing more, though. I know he hasn't been that long since his brother passed away. Yeah, when Charlie Murphy died, I know that hit him hard. Plus, he was going through some messed up stuff at that point. He, like his movie sale, we're talking about Eddie Murphy. His album sale, his movie sales were really low. He couldn't charge as much as he used to anymore. They actually started saying, we're not going to pay you as much anymore. What else? What else did he do? The Mel B thing. The Scary Spice Girl. She had his love child, and that really messed him up big time because he was just all over the place. And yeah, so he was out of the public spotlight for a while. He went and did this one thing. Chris Rock begged him to come to the reunion, whatever reunion it was, for I think it was a 40-year reunion, whatever, for Saturday Night Live. And he really didn't want to do it, but he decided to come and do it. And it's just it was a really weird thing because he was just oh, I just want to say, okay, cool, and all right, awesome. And they looked around, he's like, oh, y'all don't know how to take a cue and cut to commercial. All right, well then, cue, cut to commercial. He said something like that, and then it finally went off. And he didn't want to do it at all. He just did it because Chris Rock is a friend, and a lot of his friends wanted him to do it also. So yeah, that was just really weird for him. But all right, ooh, a whole bunch of and now somebody right here is talking about Saturday Night Live. Okay, so I'm going to start from down here. Cyclops versus Ant Bunny. Martin 101, you are the best. You are the best. Go go. Oh, and what do you call it? No, what's his name? Eddie Murphy's mom with the stiletto pumps, like a boomerang. What's going on? Gunslinger followed. Bill, do the segment. Yeah. I'll get to the segment. Nigel Red, Professor Bill, I think Genesis and Apocalypse are going to meet up with each other. Apocalypse and the X-Trax Mini. Vincent Harper, Saturday Night Live. What's going on, Vincent? Talking to Yellow. And Sabah Noor versus Moon Knight and Black Panther of ancient Egyptian era. See, Rich knows that old school stuff, and that's what I'm talking about. Of course, they would have no chance against freaking Apocalypse, but if they actually had some kind of a story, that would actually be really cool. You could have Black Panther in it if you wanted to, but honestly, wouldn't it be great to see a story where Sabah Noor and Moon Knight actually have this thing together where they're actually you're not a mutant, but like this is a job no mutant can do, and you are the avatar of one of the gods. So I think that would actually be pretty cool. No, Aunt Bunny is rumored to be Bigfoot. We don't actually know. It's the mustache that gave it away, and when she grabbed the fish out the boat. You guys have to see that if you haven't seen that. Can we give Esteban Nor the nappy hair he deserves? Wow. Stand-up comic university tonight. You guys heard it here first. Frenzy's most likely gonna... Oh, okay, it's really jumping way too much. Gonna show up in Prisoner X. Okay. Teased on the covers. Apocalypse vs. Vanilla Ice. Let's see. Polaris and Frenzy in the same book. Oh my god. What's comic suggested for mature readers? The mainstream ones, mind you, are being censored. I don't know, bud. I don't know. Like they unfortunately they don't do a lot of the adult ones anymore. Celebrity Hop Tub with Eddie as James Brown is a classic SL skit, but the buckwheat one was the best. Like I think everybody understands. Like the one with buckwheat was the best. With all of the Three Stooges, oh for crying out loud, the Little Rascals. That if you guys haven't seen that one, I would put that one up against more Cowbell any day of the week, or the Bears. I would put up against any of those any day of the week. Like, and it just kept on all throughout the show. It just kept on progressing. My God, that was great writing right there. Everybody remembers Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd of Ghostbusters fame. Freaking, they got pops out that just came out this Wednesday of the Trading Places guys. They've got all the pops. They got Eddie Murphy as the I can't remember his name. Damn it. But they also got him as the bum. I forget what he called himself. He was like Major something when he didn't have any legs. He was pretending he didn't have legs. He was the wounded war vet. He had all that stuff, man. They have all these pops of the Trading Places ones, and that's just great. I don't know if they got Mortimer and all them, but that would be cool if they did. Make Fantastic Four the Horsemen of... See, now, why doesn't anybody think of that? By the way, what's up, Subham? That's a really good idea right there, right? Like, that just makes perfect sense. Yes, that one's the best, the buckwheat one. Kevin Feige received the Britannia Award. Oh, really? Nice. I saw he received something. I didn't see what it was. I like the Mr. White skit. Do the segment, Bill. Yeah, let me just knock out some segment so that we can see what's upcoming. Take a little while for all this stuff. Trading Places was the first time I saw real boobs. Real boobs on TV, right? And that was the first time that Jamie Lee Curtis actually showed her boobs. And without sounding like a perv, well worth the wait. I don't know if that was the first time. You know what was the first time I remember ever seeing boobs? Was maybe that was it. But the first time it was like really expressively like, oh my God. I went to the drive-in theater, go figure, 5 nights, not quite in a row, but almost, to see Life Force. If anybody's ever seen Life Force, man, the psychic space vampires, what is her name? Matilda May. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Hal versus Adam Strange coming up in November. No, wait, November? That's impossible. It can't be November. April. It's in April. So that's cool. That's cool. One of the Freedom Fighters books, it looks like. America. F yeah. Actually, that looks like Falcon, so maybe it's not. I don't even know. I think it's Freedom Fighters. That's what it looks like to me. Ooh, Hawkman, issue number 11. Cool. All the Hawkman bodies everywhere. That's cool. Let's see, what else we got coming up? We got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 19. Look at Rhino putting a beating on Spidey. What's up with that? Got the Sinister Six in the background. Rhino, come on, man. You and Miles are supposed to be boys. I really like that friendship in the Miles Morales comic. 6-issue Thanos miniseries in April about him and Gamora when she was a kid. Yes, and I forget who's writing that. If anybody knows who's writing that, please comment, because It's actually, I don't know if it's her first Marvel book, but yeah, she was shocked that she was able to. I can't remember who it is, but I saw the conversation on Twitter. Uncanny X-Men in April. Yeah, it's a really good Cyclops pick right there, man. That's a solid Cyclops pick. Love that. Yeah, that's poster worthy. Invaders number 4, Namor's Secret Origin. They keep on throwing new Secret Origins at us for Namor, dude. They keep on doing that, but I'm down with it. Immortal Hulk number 16. It's all black for me. Actually, all your remaining pictures are Heroes in Crisis, Mr. and Mrs. X number 10, and Immortal Hulk 16. They're all showing up black for me. Sorry, bud. Anyway, so let's see. What's some of the things that people have been saying? First boobs, Animal House sorority scene. Oh, yes, that's right. I remember that. I remember that. Repost from Yeto. Professor Bell, how do you think the rest of the Marvel heroes community will respond to X-Men's return as Cyclops' return as X-Men's leader? I think that pretty much everybody is going to appreciate that because, like, it's freaking Cyclops. And plus, a lot of people are not happy with what's her name, Kitty Pryde. You know what I'm saying? They're not happy with her at all. I kind of wish that she would just go back to being Shadowcat. I loved her as Shadowcat. That was my favorite. The Kitty Pryde and Wolverine 6-issue miniseries was just the best. I loved that. Power to the people. What's going on, dude? Let's see. Def Rocker. What's going on, man? Just joined in. Did you watch Punisher season 2? I thought it was I actually did a bunch of reviews for them, so you can go and check those out, get my opinions there. Michael Lewis, Cyclops is back, baby, if they can stay on Ed Brisson as main writer. No, or Tom Taylor. No, it's going to be Matthew Rosenberg. Now, while he usually does comedy, we should also try to remember that he is ranged. He's also doing the Punisher comic book. You know what I'm saying? So he's got a wide range of things that he does. It's not just one kind of story that he tells. So I'm thinking that he could do a pretty good job there. By Tony Howard, I think you mean Teeny Howard. Yes, there's a correction down there. Yeah, Teeny Howard. Teeny Howard could actually be pretty good on that too. What's an X-Men story that she did recently? I can't remember. But yeah, that actually wouldn't be bad at all. Jason Aaron and Jason Latour on a Max comic book, if they ever reopened it. That's the thing. They should definitely reopen the Max comic books. I 100% agreed. Specifically Punisher Max. That was just the best. Immortal Hulk 16 is about Rick Jones. Sweet. Def Rocker saw boobs in Saturday Night Fever. I don't even remember that one. You know what I do remember is, what do you call it? I was just in a record store, and yes, a record store, vinyl, LP, today. And I saw they had Kiss Dynasty there, with Gene Simmons' favorite song, not. Yeah, Kiss Goes Disco. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, how much is this? And it was like $26. I'm like, F you. If they were going to sell this for like $5, I would get it. But I'm not paying freaking $26 for Disco Kiss. Like, come on, man. It's just a memory for me, But, yeah, that was a shame. I don't know why people are trying to make money off of freaking old. Like, come on, man. I can go to somebody's garage sale and get some of that stuff for $1, 50 cents, 25 cents. Like, what are these people thinking about, dude? Let's see. Cyclops died with reputation of being an extremist. 100% correct. The actual superhero community, of course. Yeah, I don't know yet. That's on the peeps. I heard the Avengers will be in Uncanny X-Men 11. Sweet. I feel like Captain America especially would be a little hesitant to accept Cyclops' return. Who wrote that? Who wrote the Yeto, if you remember, who wrote the X-Men versus Avengers? Because it's a possibility. And that was actually expounded upon in Uncanny Avengers, if I'm remembering correctly. Zub wasn't writing back then, was he? Who wrote issue number 1, where Captain America got Cyclops' brother? I want to say Plasma. Havoc. Wouldn't that be cool if his name was Plasma, since he like absorbs and fires plasma rays? Plasma and Polaris. How sick would that be? It's like, what's the name of that team? PP. King of all blurs, what's going on? And of course it jumps. Do you think Jason Aaron will take Conan the Barbarian to the heights that he took Thor? Yes. Are there any other characters like Conan you'd like to see have a run? Tarzan, Kull, or even Flash Gordon? Flash Gordon, I think, is a little bit... I don't know, man. I'd be impressed if somebody could make a good Flash Gordon book. I would like to see, like, Lone Ranger, because he's got a really good book out right now. Zorro, not so much, but they're trying, at least. That's cool. It's like Zorro Goes to Hell, or whatever the hell that's called. Something weird. Fights the armies of hell. There's, like, undead, zombie, demonic monsters fighting. Tarzan could be interesting, but Marvel has Kazar, and right now Aaron is writing Kazar into the Avengers, so possibly. As far as Kull, I don't know if Kull has to be an entirely separate license as Conan, but it'd be cool to have Conan or Kull appear in a couple Conan books. I wish the same could be said for Red Sonja, but she's undeniably somebody else's. She's Dynamite's license right now. So, yeah, Aaron doing awesome with Conan. I love it. I don't know what is. Try to think of some other thing that I'd like to see from the past brought back. I mean, Teenie Howard is doing. Oh, Teenie Howard is doing the Thanos mini. Thank you, Nigel Red. Appreciate that. Okay, yes. I remember her conversation with. C.B. Cebulski and all that. So, cool. For me, it was a movie called Re-Animator, Megan's Boobs. Dodora, you just brought up, like, Re-Animator is one of the best freaking horror movies out there, campy though it was. That was one of those Necronomicon type books. The Necronomicon wasn't used, but that was one of the Cthulhian mythology types, like the hell was his name? H.P. Lovecraft, Howard Philip Lovecraft. That was like one of his kind of stories. And yes, like I saw the first 3. I saw Bride of Re-Animator and Re-Animator Part 3. I don't know if there were any other ones out or not. And I'm reviewing Re-Animator versus Vampirella. That issue number 1 just came out like 2 weeks ago, and I just reviewed it. And so far, so good. But oh yeah, dude, Re-Animator is one of the best. And that really was, without sounding like a total sicko, that was a very extreme scene for being so young. My dad had no care. I was 12 years old and I used to watch Skinamax with him. And yes, it's called Skinamax, not Cinemax, because Cinemax After Dark is Cinemax on freaking heroin. Like, it was boom, everything, man, full frontal, both sexes. But what do you call it? Yes, Re-Animator was something else. What the heck was that dude's name? Dr. Oh, man. Can't remember his name right now. But, dude, that was just such a sick movie, dude. Like, the scene with the cat. It's such a sick movie. The end shocked the hell out of me. Overdose! Oh, my God. Captain America was convicted towards the end convinced that Cyclops at the end didn't kill Professor X, it was Phoenix. Oh, cool. Sorry, G. Willow Wilson. Wonder Woman. Sorry, oh, okay, Battle Rapper D. You want to see Tinny and Tig. He could do Wonder Woman. He's technically doing Wonder Woman in Justice League Dark, though, so I hear you. And this was G. Willow Wilson's first arc, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't like it. I imagine a lot of people didn't like it because I tried to take a mainstream ideologue towards it. But what do you call it? Yeah, she needs to try another run on Wonder Woman. It ain't time to just give up right now. Why do we fall, Master Bruce? Right? So he still felt the Cyclops deserved to pay for his crimes. Oh yes, and dying is a really good way to die for to suffer for your crimes. Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury, had a scene with some boobs. Oh, yes. Wait, was it Fist of Fury? I forget. I know. Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah. Bruce Lee had some... okay, enough with the boobs, all right, JD. What's going on, man? You said Bruce Lee, and I was like, oh, Bruce Lee. Gotta talk about Bruce Lee, but no. Okay, enough with the boobs. Hey, what's going on, Brevin? Tinian taking on Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark and tying them together could be interesting. True. Okay, there's a big jump. Ah. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Rich Silva, who is writing new Thanos Gamora series? Not Starlin. Boo. Starlin quit Marvel, man. In anger. In anger. Captain America's pretty biased towards Cyclops, to be honest. The Avengers in general are. Sebastian, you need to do something with the static sound. Is it still really bad? Let me try and bring that down. Everybody tell me how the sound sounds like now. Is there still static? Is it still bad? Tell me what's up. Let's see. I mean, after Phoenix 5, Cyclops was officially a fugitive until his death, wasn't he? Yes, I believe he was. There was something to give G. Willow Wilson books. It just didn't manifest. Yeah, it was just really weird. I think she wanted to go more, but she heard us complaining, and she just brought it to an end, mercifully. So I got to give her credit for that. You know, if that's actually what she did, then good. Like, if something doesn't work, you don't have to try and explain it and make it worse. Just stop. So that's really cool. Sean, I just thought that if the device that brought Cyclops back is taken out of his chest, will he die again? Maybe, because he just had to have the life force breathed into him. I think he could take it out and he'd be okay. But either way, if we do take something out of his chest, he's probably going to die anyway, right? Michael Louisel, Cat's Eyes was a really good movie. Def Rocker Shazam Shazam movie from Hanna-Barbera. I'm not a fan of Hanna-Barbera, but I hear you. They had some good stuff, but they're also thieves. So, Lord Kinboat, what's going on, man? How you doing? Ron Stewart sounds like Rob Stewart, who I love Rob Stewart, man. So, hey, Bill, did you read Gunning for Hits? No, I don't know what Gunning for Hits is, even. If you could send me that information, that would actually be pretty cool. I'll check it out. It's still static. Well, sorry, bud. I don't know what to tell you. How many Transformers do you have? Transformers, I'm trying to redo my entire collection because I had all 80 of the original Transformers series from Marvel. Plus I had, I think, all of the Next Generation ones. And I know I had all the G.I. Joe verses and like the Headmasters, which also featured the Power Masters. A whole bunch of stuff. I think I had everything that Marvel put out with the Transformers, minus the European stuff. I had some of that. I didn't have all of it. I just didn't have access to all of it. But yeah, dude, there was that's a touchy subject because Transformers was the first series that I ever collected all of, and when I lost all of those, that broke my freaking heart, man. Still static, just quieter. Good, because I can't moderate it any lower. If I make it any lower, it's actually muting me, so you guys won't be able to hear me. So, King of All Blurred. Speaking of Bruce Lee, wasn't there a comic series just jumped just last year before they was supposed to come out? Did that ever happen? I think there was one issue that came out. I don't. If they did come out, then it was really quiet. You know, saying like it came and it went like that. So. Yeah, I would have reviewed that. If I would have seen it, I would have absolutely reviewed that. Why would I not? Edward Brewer, hey, Professor Bill, saw your review of Crypt of Shadows, and I got it. Like the Bronze Age books of the past, I got a feeling of nostalgia. Yeah, I actually talked about that. If you get a chance after the live stream is over, go back. The very first thing I started talking about was the Crypt of Shadows book. I actually mentioned something else there about that second story. The War Devil or whatever the hell it was story, the second story in there. Yeto says, Professor Bill, Cyclops had issues with his optic blasts. Exactly, yes, he did. They work differently, and I don't ever remember reading the issue where it said how they work differently. Like, sometimes they didn't work. Sometimes it was just, it took something else to make it happen. It was weird. So hopefully that actually gets fixed, because I just don't remember anybody actually addressing what changed, what was different. But now that he's back, he seems to be just fine. Normalized powers, precisely. Maybe Mr. Sinister would come back and start throwing some new optic blast grenades. You remember those? Like, that was just great. Are we going to talk about the Lobo pick? Oh, yeah. Sean, sorry. That picture of that dude playing Lobo, I don't remember his name, but season 2 of Krypton, they actually released an image. This is what the guy who's playing Lobo is going to look like. So that's cool. The main man. Hopefully there'll be some space dolphins. At least if he mentions space dolphins, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else is going to get me happy or sad. But, and if he says the word crush, that would be cool also. Just, crush, that's a pretty cool name. Just that's it. That's all I have to hear. That would be awesome. JD, the Walmart Superman toy by Tom King was Lois Lane. Oh, story. Lois Lane dying over and over again. Yes, and there were some people who were freaked out about that. But, JD, I don't know how old you are, but I know, like, with me, whenever my wife is gone and, like, she's late coming home and she forgets to call, or, it's just tied up in traffic and she can't call because, she's driving, thoughts like that go through my head, too. When I was overseas, I did think about, what if something happened to my family? How would I find out? You know what I'm saying? You remember in Daredevil Season 3? There's that scene where fake Daredevil, Bullseye, dressed as Daredevil, walks in and kills, like, a lot of people inside the newspaper place, whatever that newspaper was called. Excuse me. And then you saw the police station. They had all the phones in plastic bags of the dead people, and they were just ringing and ringing and ringing. And it was like nobody was going to answer those phones. And it's like, there are many people, myself included, who we think like that. We think the worst things. What if, what if, what if? And it's got to be remembered. I know a lot of people don't like Tom King, but please try to remember, Tom King he was in the CIA, and he was overseas. He did do a bunch of crazy stuff, over there, and he was away for a long time with no chance to call and no way for anybody to call him, many times. So I can promise you that by him writing that story, even though I didn't read that story because I'm not going to go and buy stuff from Walmart. I don't like Walmart. The few times that I go to Walmart, I hate it. I hate it. So I don't want to support Walmart at all. But I did hear about that story, and no, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable story to me. And if people don't like it, they can, then I hope that they don't read that and the Batawang thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of a story doesn't bother me. It wasn't Lois dying over and over again. It was him imagining the different ways that something bad could have happened to her. So I thought that was a brilliant story. I love the idea of that. I wish it would come to a comic book store so that I could read it. Let's see. Oh, bouncing, jumping. Oh, crap. Wow, that was a lot. Oh, there we go. It's an image book written by a guy who was in the music industries in the 80s. What's that called again? I'm sorry, that was a while ago. Yes, I would like to read that. Shoot, I would definitely like to read that. Eddie Kidd. Yeah, Crypt of Shadows was great. I was expecting 3 separate stories once I began reading. And then when you realize they were all tied in together, yes. Oh, and it's not Crypt of Shadows. Sorry, it was War is Hell. That's the one I was thinking about. Sorry. I meant the toys. Oh, I've got a couple. I've got a couple up there. Maybe one of these days I'll switch them over there, but like the Optimus Prime one is just too huge. And yeah. Oh, tomorrow there's a Hamilton Toy Festival, and I might festival, whatever the heck it's called, toy show, and I might go there because they are supposed to have a bunch of the Marvel Legends and the Transformers stuff, and if I can find something cheap, I would definitely grab that. I need someone to edit your podcast, man. Well, okay. Listen, Sebastian, I'm sorry, man. I love everybody, but all I'm hearing is a bunch of complaints. I am in a 5x5 room. Noise happens. I've got that. That's where most of the noise comes from, right on this side. And I've got a noise dampener over there. It's the best I could do. I put curtains up here to try and absorb sound from bouncing off of these windows. This is my room. This is the room I can go in and do what I got to do, and this is what live stuff sounds like. Otherwise, I could be on my phone and we can have constant interruptions, but I'm sorry, dude. This is the way it works. I try to review what comic books I'm interested in, and just, yeah. Sorry, dude. This is the podcast. This is me just trying to reach out to everybody and give you guys an opportunity to talk with me and stuff like that. So I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, sorry I disappointed you, brother. What do we got here? I got a Walmart comic book. You got a Walmart comic book? I'm mad at you now, Brevin. Which one? I feel like no one edits live streams, right? Justice League of America one. Well, if you're going to do that review, I will watch it. Dylan Anthony, what's going on, dude? Lobo pick. I thought that was Jason. Oh, that's bad. His name is Rob Zombie. He does, you know what? He does look like Rob Zombie. That's true. Why didn't they just get Rob Zombie to play the part? You could save money on makeup. That's something I thought about Edward Scissorhands. Like, I was just a kid when that came out. But I'm sitting here watching Edward Scissorhands and thinking to myself, why did they hire Johnny Depp to play the role of the lead singer from The Cure? Like, they could have saved on the money and everything because he already looks like Edward Scissorhands. Just, give him the scissor hands. I mean, Jesus. Like, why did they spend all that money to... Tim Burton's weird, man. Like, if he saw the lead singer from The Cure, everyone would understand immediately. Michael says, didn't Cyclops got healed from the Phoenix Force? It could have been. I can't remember. Yeah, and Xavier, and there was a conversation between Scott and Xavier that he didn't need the visor anymore. What happened? Yeah, but he still had the thing over his eyes, so I guess he was able to see through that. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how that happened. Lobo does bad things with dolphins, okay? So that's what he means by he loves those dolphins. Gotcha. Well, bonding with the Phoenix Force has corrupted his powers in the first place. Yeah, that's right. That is, yeah. Being revived with the Phoenix Force suddenly fixes them. It's not really addressed. It wasn't addressed. We'll have to see what's up. We'll just have to see what's up. Hopefully it does get addressed. And Rosenberg's usually good with doing that stuff. So I think that I'll check that out. Crap. What the frick? Wow, it jumped a lot. Okay, here we go. Battle Rapper D. Where would you like to see the Teen Titans go? Crush's father, Lobo. Justice League finding Robin's prison, or dive into Jin's past. Oh, dude. I don't know about, I want to see all of it. You're saying go first. That's the thing, man. I want them to just tell the story that they're willing to tell. I love the Teen Titans comic book so much. I don't want to tell people what, I don't want to tell the writer or the artist what I want to see. I just want to sit back and read that one. Like, I have zero complaints about that book. You know what I'm saying? You ever have a comic book that's good, that's that good? It's like, you keep on selling it, I will keep on buying it. You know what I'm saying? Totally worth the money. Oh, you're leaving, Rich? I'll see you later, man. I actually liked his volatile beams. They did look cool. I'll tell you what, they did look cool. Strong enough to hurt Dormammu, and visually look pretty... See? Visually, they look pretty good compared to the regular blast. Love Tom King and won't shove it down your throats. Cool. No, I love it too. Kind of disappointed his abilities were normalized. And again, Cyclops' X-Visor looked pretty silly. I loved... it looked different to me, but I didn't have a problem with it. JD, I love Tom King, but laughing really hard at the story. It's darkly humorous if you think about how often Lois needs help, right? Dark comedy. There's also the hilarious Andy Kubert picture of Lois getting eaten by some monster. She looks like she didn't see it coming. Wow. Oh, man, I really want to see this now. Stream sounds normal, same as it always sounds. What the hell these people talking about, Professor? I don't know, man. Troublemaker Comics, how you doing? Also, Bumblebee was confirmed to be a complete reboot on the most recent TFCon. Oh, interesting. Well, I know that they're planning on making more of them because it did really well. It did better than they were expecting it to. I like the Guardians book, hoping for a crazy ride, Lauren Kidboat says. The new Guardians book. Buy that for the movie. And I want some updates on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Yeah, they gave that one. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before we get another update on that. But yeah, shoot. And it's like my wife just got me a PS4. I'm thinking it would have been cooler if she would have just gotten the Nintendo Switch, right? Crap. Crap, crap. Namely, how many X-Men are playable. I want to know all of the playable characters, dude, and the unlockable ones. And the most important, which ones can you get from buying the game early? That's the big question. Actually, you remember back in the day, this was kind of annoying, but back in the day, if you bought the Xbox version, you would get these characters for free. If you bought the PlayStation version, you get these characters for free. If you bought the Nintendo version, you get these characters for free. It's like, dude, what's going on? Which one do I get? Maybe it was only Xbox that had the free extra ones, but yeah, I got the Xbox. What do you want? That's what I had at the time. Did you pick up Spider-Man for PS4? No, I did not. I don't even play my Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get, like, every little thing gets you wanted by the police. And it's like, dude, come on, man. There ain't that many people on this back road. And every little thing gets me wanted. It's like, it's too hard to grab money and to do stuff. And it's like, I don't know. It's like somebody pulls a gun on you, so you shoot him, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, investigating, you're wanted now. It's like, come on, man. Every time I get $15 up, all of a sudden I get a freaking bounty on me, and there goes all my money. Like, I just want to go out and skin animals and just, be on my own. Chill out, man. I just want to hunt. Like, leave me alone, people. But no, I get nonsense. It's ridiculous. There's a whole bunch of things there that Yeto was saying. Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 with the exclusive characters. So bad with the exclusive characters. The DLC characters like Carnage, Psylocke, Cable, Magneto, and Black Panther. Did they? That's interesting. I didn't know they had problems with that. I remember I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, but I remember I only got to the part where Carol Danvers appeared, and then I just got really busy, and I never played again. I think that you found her in the sewer or something like that, and that's when I realized they were going to start doing the Secret Wars story, which was awesome. I never got the chance to finish playing that game. Dylan Anthony, was Shadows of the Crypt worth it? To get a Year of a Big Horse? Pass on it, but I heard it's good. Dylan, man, I got a review up. It just went up yesterday. You can check it out. I don't really want to rehash things I already talked about. Sorry. JD, Nintendo would put Mario in games. Right? You're going to wind up getting all these Marvel characters showing up in that, what's that Backstreet Brawler game that they have? The Smash Brothers or something like that? You wind up like, Wolverine's in Smash Brothers going up against freaking Bowser. Like, once the license ran out, you couldn't download them anymore. Oh, that would suck. I haven't gotten Red Dead yet, but I highly recommend s.h.i.e.l.d. on PS4. That's the thing, man. Like, I'm struggling to find time just to write at this point. Just to write my stuff, man. I got a nonfiction book that I'm trying to put out, and I got all of this writing done. Now I got to actually put it into the computer, transliterate it practically, and I got to transcribe it. Excuse me. And I just like I'm finding I'm having a hard time finding time. Yeah, no, you better chill out with that finding Carol in the sewer thing, man. We're gonna fight. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 games. Once the license ran out, you couldn't download the. Oh, that sucks. You're good, Professor, but I'll check the review. Thank you. Appreciate. Oh, guys, hey, listen. Just for the sake of conversation, I put Comic Book University in the not just the tags, but in the description, the title of every single one of my my uploads. So if you ever want to see if I did a review on something, type in the name of the review, the name of the comic book, and whatever issue number it is, like the hashtag symbol, the pound symbol, number, whatever, and then just type Comic Book University right afterwards. And whatever reviews I came up, boom, they'll come up for you right away, so you can see if I actually did that or not. It's funny, all the time in comments, I'll get, hey, did you review such and such and such? Yeah, I just reviewed it. It's like if somebody doesn't see it, the first four things on the first page, they'll just like, oh, I guess you didn't do one. No, I just did one this week, man. What are you talking about? Like, I did it. Go look. But yeah, it's something. Hey, what's going on, Raven? A little late, but that's okay. You know, you're on a time zone difference. Raven's gonna wind up being my publisher because, like, every time I'm like, I forget such and such and such, Raven's like, oh yeah, that was like, it's got like the perfect memory for all of pop culture, or at least any I've come across. Eddie Kidd, I want to write something I used to a lot more. Just haven't felt creative juices floating lately. Yeah, dude, I found that you just have to write every day, even if it's a lousy, stupid paragraph. But you just have to actually devote a certain amount of time to writing every day, and it sucks. It hurts, but you got to write like Stephen King does. Exactly. Just freaking write, or take writing tips from. She wrote Harry Potter. I know her name. Raven's going to type it in a couple seconds. J.K. Rowling. Haha. I beat you to it. He probably already typed it and sent it, though. See you later, Bill. Always a good time watching you. Still my favorite podcast. Thank you, brother. I'll see you later, Michael. Didn't know that. Oh, no worries. No worries. Try to help out there, Edward. Do me a favor, buy the trades of Larry Hama's G.I. Joe that IDW is publishing. You're missing some good stuff. I was thinking about going back and checking out a couple of the G.I. Joe stuff and actually, checking out like some of their trades specifically. So, what the hell did I used to call it? The Spotlight and Story. I was planning on doing a couple Spotlights and Stories. I just need to find the time, man. Let's see, I saw Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm a fan of Miles Morales. If that's what does it. It's funny, I liked the movie, but there are people who just loved that movie. I'm like, I didn't think it was that good, but I'm glad that people are digging it, so cool. Alright, now Yeto wants a Venomverse movie. J.K. Rowling's too modern for you? Gotcha. You could just practice. I write on Quora sometimes. They have a pretty robust community for comics. You know what? I've heard of Quora. I'm sure I've seen them once or twice. Whoa, okay. So you say, where's my pen? I always have a pen here. I don't like the idea that someone would come in and borrow my pen. So, Quora. You know what? I actually had a website that I made where I put up a bunch of my writing, and now it's gone. And I don't, or at least I don't know how to find it now. And I'm very, very upset at that. I need to find that thing because I had some good stuff up there. It's actually stuff I wrote when I was living in Saudi Arabia, and if it's gone, it's like I'm gonna have a hard time finding that now. You know, like remembering this stuff because that was on a computer that I left there. Do you do full reviews of Spider-Verse? I think I did every single Spider-Verse comic or Spider-Verse. No, I did not. I think I just started doing reviews after Spider-Verse had come out. That was the first one, right? Yeah, this latest one was the Spider-Geddon. Yeah. No, I wasn't doing reviews when Spider-Verse came out. I think right after that, that's when I started. Yeah. Of course, there's a place to ask questions. It's a forum. Mostly been answering Venom questions. Oh, okay. I get it now. Since you're not in school anymore, I'll have to check Quora out. There we go. All right. So I love the Spidey Web song. All right. Why is the return of Wolverine so lame? Yeah, good question, King of all Blurds. Really freaking good question. Because I don't understand. Like, it's Wolverine. Just freaking do it, man. Anyway, so, yeah, we're going to, if you don't mind, sorry, we're going to call this a wrap. I got to the end. That's always my big thing. So I'm actually about to go and make some, if you know Marvel Comics, you can contribute to the core community. Cool. I likes it. Yeah, I'm going to go and make some cheesesteaks. I got a little frozen pack that is thawed now of cheesesteaks. It'll make 3 big dookie fat ones like that. I got some big old buns to squish them in and just throw down some cheese, squirt the hell out of some ketchup on there, and like these are like the sirloin steak cheesesteaks. They make their own gravy. That bears repeating. They make their own gravy. So sorry if I'm making you guys hungry, but I'm about to go and feed my famished butt. So I will talk to you guys later. Love, peace, and hair grease. And I'll see you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.